Radio. Welcome back. I just like saying radio 3 times today because I feel like that's a pirate thing in rum, even though you just told me that had nothing to do with pirates. I'm a little bummed. But
Yo-ho, yo-ho.
Yo-ho, yo-ho. I tried. It was a valiant effort. Welcome back. We're here talking about it, the Real McCoy, which is now going to be my new favorite saying because of that story. I like it.
That's a great story.
Yeah, that's pretty epic. So, but the best part is now we get to catch a fat buzz here while you tell us how cool this stuff is, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that how it goes next?
That is what's next.
That is what's next. And the trials and tribulations of the Wreckless podcast now is when we drink, Tony. Right. All right.
So this is our flagship.
Sure. I'll pour it for you, man. Got it?
Yeah.
Cool.
So this is our 5-year, and this was actually the first product that our master distiller, Richard Seal, and Bailey came up with together. This is kind of what they decided would be probably the most indicative of what Bill McCoy may have been selling in 1920. So that's kind of why they came up with this first. It's 5 full years in ex-Jack Daniel's barrels. I like this because it's just so drinkable, versatile. You can do almost anything with this rum. You can make a daiquiri with this rum, but you can make an old fashioned with this rum. You know,
right? And so why Jack Daniel's barrels though? Like, what's the deal with that?
It's actually an old family relationship between the Seals and
cool.
Brown Foreman.
Ooh,
so they've been doing that for a long time.
Lovely.
And this is also where
You got to put it more in your mouth. That's what he's telling you.
That's what she said.
That's sign language for handle it, yo. That's how that works with Tony.
Put it in your mouth. So this is definitely where we get into territory of people saying often, this is not what I thought rum tasted like.
So, but the Jack Daniel's thing, I want to be, so that's just like, because we have some things that come on, they're like, oh, we have to age everything in white oak because some monkey back in the day said that's the law and whatever, and it's not one of those deal, right? Well, you know.
Well, look.
I'm the monkey. That's how it goes.
The reason so many other spirits are aged in ex-whiskey barrels or bourbon barrels is because they can only be used once, right?
Right.
So there's just a glut of these barrels, and everyone else is, they're cheaper, they're accessible, and they leave a nice flavor.
Yeah.
So it's
so it's just to pick your battle. It's a choice, not like hey, you have to do this, right?
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
With rum you can do anything. And actually at our at the facility there are many barrels that are sherry barrels, cognac barrels, Madeira.
Right.
There's a lot going on, and we have a little more fun with that with our limited editions and some of the other rums that Richard makes out of Foursquare for sure.
And Richard would be like your master blender, or I don't want to offend anybody, but they have like these weird titles now. I'm learning.
He's the master distiller. He is he also owns a distillery. So this is
cool.
He's 4th generation Barbadian. So this is his family's business. He was raised to do this. His son is being raised to do this, and
when I hear these stories, I think I made a bad career choice.
When I hear these stories, I wish I did not live in like suburbia.
Yeah, like I want to go move and go to an island and figure out how to like be a master blender or master whatever.
I have a farm in the Philippines if you want to raise pigs.
Let's do it. I'm down, dude. We'll get bourbon barrels. We'll make prosciutto bourbon barrels, Philippine dogs. I don't know. I just made that up, and I'm down, man. Right? Like
they're starting to like grow cocoa, not cocaine, but chocolate.
You're like, they've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
That's old news.
They get that
now
from Korea.
they got
It's
chocolate.
not a big deal. But
it's actually worth more money now, the chocolate. It's weird. We're out of the 80s. It's a whole different ballgame.
Sorry, I hate myself.
No, but that's a real thing. I love that. I hear those stories, and especially if, like 4th generation, I'm like, Dad, man, my dad was, what did my parents do with me?
I wish I had that kind of purpose in life.
Right. They're like, what do you do? I'm like, I cook food, man. I play with fire. I play with food. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, my dad was like, I cook too. Dinner every night.
Yeah, right. Luckily my dad's a craftsman. He builds. He was a contractor forever, and he helped us build all this place and everything. But I'm not 4th generation anything. I think my dad told me, if you are a carpenter, I will beat you. Do not do what I do. And now I find myself tell my daughter that. She's like, I love cooking. I'm like, do not. Dude, you absolutely do not allow to do that.
You know what I love about this? It's drinkable on its own.
Absolutely.
And that's how I like my whiskey. I've never been able to find a rum that I can drink like that. And this is like very lovely. Smooth and alcohol forward. I love everything about it.
This definitely has whiskey notes to it, though. That is crazy, right? Yeah, 100%.
Yep. This is my go-to sipper, honestly, the 5-year. I just think it's a great sweet spot as far as that flavor, right? I mean, you're getting enough barrel, but it's not too much. It's just enough of that.
You could really mess with some people's brain with this that I think they're normal drinkers, right? I mean, you could put this in front of some whiskey people
and really
be like, how is it, man? And then by the end, you're like, oh, by the way, that's rum, bro.
Just get one of those truthers that like, I don't drink rum. I don't drink. Rum's for my ties.
Yeah, and be like, oh, really? Gangster.
Enjoy that.
Have a good one.
We do really well actually in those like kind of whiskey bars as like kind of the go-to rum, and have become known kind of in the industry as kind of the rum of whiskey, or I mean the whiskey of rum, or a whiskey drinker's rum.
How's that shot?
It's great. I love morning rum.
It's morning rum. I like that, yeah.
It's mother's milk.
Yeah, coffee, rum, same thing.
They go hand in hand.
They really do.
So as we go from the 5-year, because this is delicious, I'm deciding whether or not I want to finish this or
do it.
What's fun about this tasting that we're doing right now, the 3 through the 12, is that it's the exact same spirit blend, and it's nice to kind of have that tasting where you can see what time. The only difference really is time between these next two in particular.
Oh, so it's really just the age that's
it's just the age that's different, and it's kind of fun to taste that difference. And 12, you won't usually see much Caribbean rum older than 12 years, and there's a good reason for that. The Angel share in Barbados in particular, where our facility is 7-8% per year.
Holy jeez.
So can compare that to like 1 or 2 in Scotland.
Right.
A lot of parts of Scotland. So, I mean, this is 12 full years. This is not a Solera. This is not a blend of ages. This is 100% 12-year juice. So, that's a ton of evaporation. By the time these are cracked open, there's really not that much left. So that's something we liked. We're proud of. This is really a laborious, beautiful product.
It's
it takes
a
lot of work.
Of love.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a labor of watching, like 12 years.
Yeah.
I mean, not really doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I love about island people. They're like, we let it sit for them. Like, yeah, that's what you're doing too. Yeah. Just
they
so
went
you
to
know.
the beach.
I love the island people, man. Every time I go there, I'm like, so we're going to hang out again.
So we're going to have 2 more flying fish sandwiches, and maybe it'll be ready.
Yeah, some barbecue chicken will be all good, dude. That's how it goes. I love it.
Yep. So this is the 12-year.
All right.
It's like a nice little nose, a little.
I feel like I work with people who aren't that old. It's amazing.
I almost had 12-year come out of my nose when you said that. just on principle is how that went out. That's dude. That's even more extremely smooth and yet not sweet. I'm a little buffooned by it, to be honest with you. And it's tasty, man. That's really 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 good.
And you get
really
nice spice from the wood there on the back.
This is rum. You're fucking with me. This is so good.
This is what rum always was. And that's the thing that we keep trying to tell people. It's not that this rum is different. I mean, it's different for a lot of us, but this is traditional rum.
I love that. I think that's what everything in food-wise also is like going back to like what it should be. Like there's no more industrialization of, well, there is, but there's a movement towards against that. And I love that it's going to alcohol. I love that it's going to food.
Oh, 100%.
I think it's badass, and that's great.
That was the big push here with like steaks and stuff. Is like going back to the original thing. Like people, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I got into dry aging. It was like, why? And they're like, well, how'd you make this taste so good? I'm like, I didn't do anything, dude. Mother Nature let it rot for 6 months, and it tastes like hazelnuts. Just so you know, that's what happens when you don't screw with your food and you let it do the right thing and live right. Is that it tastes good?
And you don't try to fuck with nature.
Yeah, and then you just put foie on it and it's good. You just leave it alone, right? I mean, it's that same principle. If you leave it long enough, if you let it. If you start with a good product and you let it go long enough, I mean, obviously, it comes out good.
What is that about people and like patience these days and like not willing to wait for things that are awesome?
I don't know. I think it's coming out of that though. To be honest with you, I
hope so. I really do.
I think that I said that it's 2 ways. I say it's coming out of that because I think your phone is still instant gratification all the way.
Yes.
But I think that now they have something to do. This other side is being able to like exist.
Yeah.
So like my normal table turn, which you'll probably think is freaking out. My normal table turn is like 2 hours and 15 minutes here.
I love that. Thank you for not rushing people through dinner.
Well, we had to. This originally was a lounge, which I missed, by the way. The tables. I know. I asked about getting them back, Tony. I'm just letting you know they're coming back. But we had these really comfortable chairs. That was really the best part of it. Other than that, it was like a makeout lounge where you're like, they made it awkward in the bar. You're like, get out of here, weirdos, right at night. But so what I think is happening is that everything we're cooking right now. I mean, for the ribeyes and everything, I'm not like sous videing them to death. We're taking them to like 128 and then cooling them just so that I can get them to 110 and be perfect. But in general, it takes 20. No matter what, it's 20 minutes for a plate to come out. Period. Like I can't.
And they're still sitting for 2 hours. That's a beautiful thing.
So I'm doing course 1, course 2, course 3 without rushing people, and we literally had to put in more tables because I didn't want to hurry people out.
That is legitimately the opposite of what everything is gearing towards right now. If I see another fast casual restaurant trying to emulate things that don't take 5 minutes to make,
dude,
I'm going to fucking choose.
Right.
Like,
No, I get it.
Stop trying to speed it up. Stop. We're going to be here for another 100 years.
And how many people
why?
how many people ruin the idea of sous videing by thinking it was a shortcut?
Those fuckers at Starbucks have sous vide eggs.
It kills me, dude. It kills me. Then I'm like, I use it. I was guilty for a minute. We sous vide'd everything for a while.
Okay, it's easy and convenient. Right. However, Starbucks has no business putting sous vide eggs on their breakfast menu.
Well, and they actually say it like it's cool.
Exactly. And you know that motherfucker is not sous vide.
I read it and I was like, whoa, somebody's bored and has way too much money.
Totally. And I know that most of those people are like, what the hell does sauce vide?
Sauce vide.
Is that
like a million times, dude. I love it.
A different way of saying scrambled?
Yeah. So do you shake it? Is that how that goes?
Yeah.
Well,
it's improper.
I think that culinary, and it goes well with booze, and that's why I'm the best part about this show is that like literally when things come on, I know nothing, and when I leave, I feel like I'm empowered to like go, hey,
like you're a genius.
I like those people. No, definitely no geniusness happening. No, you're the genius, and I go, oh, that's cool. That's really dope that you do that. That's really how it works. But you know that this is and island people are always cool. We did my honeymoon. All we did is we went to St. Martin.
What did you? Oh, you just
St. Martin, which was awesome. I knew nothing about it. My wife was like, "Are we going to plan anything?" I'm like, "Absolutely not."
Yeah.
And because I'm like, "Don't plan anything. We're going to go there, and the first day we're going to stay naked, and then after that we'll find out what to do."
Is your wife a non-planner? Is she cool with that?
She was cool. My wife's awesome. She's my saving grace. She's what's made me not be completely insane in this world.
Heard that.
You know what I mean? Like she is like grounded. Her family's grounded. Everything about it's wonderful, and she makes it so that I can still be crazy and go home to not crazy. And
my husband does the same thing.
Well, because we're nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
absolutely.
how it goes.
I'm absolutely insane, and he lets me stay up all night from like 1 a.m. to 6, like baking.
Yeah.
And thinks it's cool.
Yeah, and that's and the same ball game. I mean, my wife tells me all the time, "You work too much." I'm like, "Yeah, well, that's just how it goes." Right? And then at the same time, she goes, "You know, but that's what you love, and it's what it is, and you know, now we're doing this, and this is cool." But island. So we went there. That's
island,
where I was.
I know. Yeah.
Rum almost got me right now. So we went to the island. We made no plans, and really, what I learned is on the island, like you just kind of do what the island tells you.
That's all. That's what island life is all about.
It's crazy. So
you just live for the day.
And if you ever get a chance, what's cool there is, I don't know if it's still there, like the hurricanes, tornadoes, or whatever. That big storm kind of wiped it out for a minute. Yeah, bastards. Mother Nature. You can control weather. Why not just steer it away from St. Martin?
Amazing things.
And so basically, there's a French and a Dutch side. And on the Dutch side, we stayed because it was just cheaper, and there was like whatever. And I was like, cool, we got to watch the planes come in and do stupid things like that. But we went to the French side for one day. I said, we'll take a train up, we'll go. And they had like the outdoor barbecue spot where everybody cooks, and it's called like the down lows or the low downs, and it was like literally like 6 little restaurants under 2 like tents where they're barbecuing. Everybody has a smoker, and everything was freaking delicious, right? Like.
Just stupid good. Like everything was like jerk whatever. And somebody's like, do you like food? And they're like looking at tattoos and going, oh, you like food? And they're bringing me more stuff. Right?
I'm like, bro, I could sit here for a week if you let me, right? And it was unbelievable. But they were just on island time, man. I'm like, when do you guys close? They're like, when we're done. And when do you guys open tomorrow? They're like, oh, in the morning.
So good.
What? You know,
you're speaking my language right now.
And so from there, you go to the French side, though, and it's all these French chefs that have moved in. And that's what reminded me, because they had a great booze that I'd never heard of all over. And they were just like, try this, and like wines, because everything's getting imported straight through there before it comes to America. So they're like kind of picking the good shit and then like sending the rest to Florida, right? You know, like or wherever they're going, right? They're sending it on, right? So
they're sending us the 2014s or something.
And these guys were literally like they're putting out meals. I was eating like 4-course meals on a thing over the beach for like $50-$60 and drinking the best booze.
God damn it, I love traveling.
And I was like, man, why I should just come here. This is
Yep.
We should just all go there, and we'll be fine. Stupid people will come to us and eat.
I mean,
and then the smart people will come to us and then eat and stay, right? And we'll go to these places and have their booze. I'm telling you, that's island life. Brilliant. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
That had to be part of what you fell in love with this, right? I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, I'm guessing your job kind of falls in line now.
And the integrity of the product is beautiful. That's not something you see a lot of. And
right, it's rare that you can just feel really good and get behind something. Awesome. And it doesn't ever for a day feel like sales when I'm doing this. It feels like I'm sharing something cool with friends.
Well, and I would like. Honestly, what makes me laugh is your compadre over there is like, well, you have to bring this in before the show. And I'm like, absolutely, I do not. I did not have to do anything. Right? By the way, he's a great salesman for you.
Yeah.
He drives me freaking nuts, but he's a great salesman over there. But and the reason
I love reps. Every time they come in, I'm like, "What you got for me?"
Yeah, right.
What you got?
They don't bring the unicorns though. This is how you get the unicorns. See, you get a show, and that's how it goes.
You got to bring the Candyman.
Hey, that's it. I just renamed it.
The Candyman can.
All right. So what's the different juice in the unicorn? I want to know, man.
So
what's the yo-yo?
Yeah. So it's fun. Richard, he was actually recently kind of knighted by Punch Drink as his top shelf rums have been called the Pappy of Rum now, which is something we're totally like bring it on. You know what I mean? Like you can't really ask for better
marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
Better marketing. You could ask for better whiskey though.
And we didn't even
ask for a better nickname. If you're being called Poppy, then holy shit.
Well, and actually right after that, he at the ISC's, the International Spirit Competition, he won Rum Producer of the Year for the third year in the row. This is like the most prestigious spirit competition left, really.
Wow.
Like
and on top of that, he got Supreme Champion, which what a great title. Supreme Champion. What that means is best in show, and this is for
like a dog. You are the Poodle Dog Show, a winner of booze. I love that.
But it's actually incredible because
great movie. By the way.
Rum. It's a great movie.
One of my favorites.
So
100%.
Okay. Sorry to derail.
Which Starbucks? Yeah. J. Crew catalogs.
Oh my God.
So what that means, Supreme Champion is best in show. Now a rum has never won.
Really?
Best in show so he's the first to champion at that level with rum, and
3 years in a row.
It's incredible. Well, 3 years in a row, and then the first time this year for best in show. This is over whiskey, over Japanese whiskey,
you
over
mean
everything.
In general,
like over all the spirits.
Overall.
So one of our distillers' rums just won best spirit in the world.
That's
wow.
And you know what it is?
Incredible.
A higher proof version of the 12-year you just drank.
That's delicious. Yeah,
I really
100%.
can see that. That's like a phenomenal drink. I would never think that was rum if you gave that to me on a blind test.
Right. And that's the one that fools a lot of people. So we kind of thought.
That's a shame, though. That's a shame that most people don't know that that's rum.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Oh, yay.
Hello.
He's like, it's
Thank
my
you for
yob.
educating. It's my yob.
This is my yob, yo.
See or no, it's my yob.
Please, Yefe.
I'd like to keep it.
Yeah, dude, you're doing fine. Hey, you want me, man. That's
I know.
rad.
So with our limited for this year, and we're down to just the scrapings. There's not a lot left.
That smells fucking
yeah,
really good.
So we only do 3,000 bottles for the world with these, and this one we kind of had fun with that whiskey idea. And we're like, let's try treating it like a whiskey going into the barrel. So our spirit blend went into a level 4 char virgin American oak barrel.
Wow.
So these are virgin barrels, and then 10 years.
So they've never been touched by anything.
10 years for.
I think that's what virgin means.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's been a
I met
while.
some Mormon girls in my high school days.
It's
It's different, but we'll leave that alone. We'll leave that for another show.
It's about to be touched for the very first time.
Hi, just the tip.
That's a Madonna song. Yeah, that's how it works.
She wasn't she wasn't a virgin either.
No.
So this, with that Caribbean aging, 10 years with virgin oak was actually fairly intense. So there is a little bit of a higher proof 12-year that you just tasted mixed in. Oh. But what this is just a gorgeous blend. I think this almost defies category. It is just so balanced and such a beautiful sipper. This is a higher proof too, but it doesnn't drink like it. It's 92 proof.
So this puts in that you definitely proved. That's what I mean. Always something rad, and that's a mind blower, dude.
Because I can feel the high proof, but it's not offensive.
It's almost
not overwhelming.
To me, it's like a Sichuan peppercorn, like a numb taste on the side of your tongue.
Yeah.
It's not hot. It doesn't burn. It's like so
not only that, but when's the last time you had a rum that had any umami flavor at all? Right?
I mean, I can't remember the last time I had a rum that wasn't sweet.
Was not good. Like, I mean, I hate to say it, like
that didn't come on a free ship cruise in like Hawaii.
Right.
This is fantastic.
It's a frozen drink.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely drinking rum straight was never an idea that I thought I would enjoy.
I wish you never gave this to me because
Trouble.
now it's all ruined for me.
Trouble.
I'm gonna go to bars and be like, so what's up with that unicorn? And
from now on, the destruction has been made.
Man,
rad, man. I'm gonna tell you, I'm shocked and surprised. And are these in like the stores? I mean, is this a normal thing? A lot of times people come out and they go, they tell me everything, and then they go, nobody can have this unless you go to a restaurant. I'm like, well, that sucks, dude. So can people find these?
Sucks for you guys.
Yeah. Increasingly so. If I continue to do my job well and my reps continue to do their job well.
Oh, he's trying. Trust me. He's over there staring and bolt through my eye to buy them all right now. I could feel it.
No, you can find Real McCoy definitely a good number of places now, and that's just continuing to grow. So for about a year now, we've been pushing really hard in Southern California, and
so like Total Wine. No, yes. I mean, just so people know.
We're not there yet. We're working on Total Wine.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not quite at the big chains yet.
That's fine.
But go to your more of your mom and pop kind of like trendy bottle shops, and you'll definitely find us. And more, definitely at High Times.
High Times is the best, by the way. Shout out to High Times, gangster.
Shout out to High Times for just being dope as fuck.
Right.
So dope. Yeah, so we're around. You can find us, and if you don't see it, ask your clerk to bring it in. There's this great rum.
That was a fantastic pitch.
That was a good plug.
That was a fantastic plug. I dig that, man. Well, I'm a fan. What do you think?
I'm the biggest fan now.
Yeah.
I would never be a fan before.
Like I said, I don't feel like I have to sell it. I feel like as soon as it touches people's lips, it's
so good.
It's so good.
I tried to convince people that. It never worked out. I'm like, come on, it'll be fine. It won't hurt. You'll be all right. No, just kidding. That was a horrible joke. Wow.
Yeah, some of us have to learn how to cook, right?
Yeah, right. That'll be okay. It'll be okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks, man. Any last words, or where could they find you personally and/or the booze online, man?
Yeah, you can find us at the Real McCoy Rum. My name is Nathan Hazard. That's my handle as well. Follow along on our adventures and our rum running.
Rum running. Are you doing is like adventures going on? Is there things to follow?
Yeah, of course.
Well, maybe it's us just drinking rum, like they're doing things.
I think that's completely exciting.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying. Is there do you have is there competitions and stuff going on in your rum run?
We're always doing fun stuff. We're expanding. We're in I think 42 states now, and we do competitions. We do all sorts of fun stuff. So yeah, follow along.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to for sure. And Goose.
Yes.
Where the hell can they find you at? What are you at these days? Where can people stalk you?
I'm slowly dying in Cerritos.
Perfect.
But
I bet you're not the only one saying that these days. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I have a lot of titos and titas that are slowly dying as well. But no, my Instagram is at Goozy McDoozy.
Right.
My website, www.goozymcdoozy.com. I still cook. I still freelance. I still do all pastry work.
Well, one of the best around. If you don't know, now you know. Go check it out. One of the best around, flat out.
And I just like to cook with people. So if you ever just need
Let's do it.
Let's
do something.
Please call me.
Let's do it.
Please.
All right, we're down. And of course, follow us, guys, and subscribe, of course, to the Wreckless podcast. Hit up everybody else. It's the real deal. I shouldn't even say real deal now. We have to change all that.
The Real McCoy.
McCoy, dude. Chef Cody Storts at Instagram and Wreckless.us. Check it out.